Hi guys, so I'm going to show you how to do Monkey Bear's little card purse today. This is a request, so I'm doing like an American theme, blue. So she wanted blue and red, but I really didn't want to cut this up to add red, so I'm doing a red button. So what you'll need is you need your pattern cut out, and then you'll need a keychain, your buttons, your pliers, glue gun, and then I'll show you with this little piece. I cut this little piece separately. I'll show you what I do with it. So first thing I do is I fold all of the folds that are part of the, let me take my back off. I fold all the folds that are that are already like on the pattern. So all of these get folded in. That one is the tab where the keychain goes to. Okay, so the first thing I do is I do this side, the long side right here. Make sure you can see me okay. So I do this long side first, and then I fold this up, and I match this all up. So let's take this off. And there's a little piece of fuzz. Okay, so I match it all up. I hold it close, and then I'm gonna kind of fold this out like this. Keep this folded down. Okay, so glitter works better with hot glue. If you're going to use a leather, I should have cut one out and I didn't. I'll show you guys on a piece of scrap. So back to this. So we are going to glue this right here, this little flap. So keep this folded down. So if some glue squeezes out when you're folding it, this is my little secret. I don't know if anybody else does this, but so I wipe it off, and as you can see there's still glue, right? So we're gonna pick off that extra glue that popped out, just like that, and you can still see the glue. I do not like to see that at all. I do not like to see any glue anywhere. So what I do is I take my lighter and I heat that glue back up. I squish it down, and as you can see, you'll see it. So then I will wipe that off with my finger. We'll do it again, and that usually gets most of the glue off. And then I will show you another little trick in just a second. So once you touch hot glue, it turns like cloudy, right? But if you don't touch it, it stays nice and clear. So what I do is, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's still just a tiny bit of glue that's showing. So what I do is I go back through and I will melt that glue, and I will let it dry just like that. And that makes the glue not be as noticeable. I'm gonna glue that corner down a little bit more. So not too much glue, because you don't want it to come in the inside. So, because you want the inside to be nice and clean. Okay. So then this is the trickier side. So what I do is I fold this little half down, and we're gonna do it just like the other side, right? So let's glue this just like the other side. Like I said, not too much glue. Wipe the extra off. Make sure you're using a high temp glue gun. Never really use a low temp, because low temp you have to work really fast. So the only time a low temp works is if you're doing like you're literally like, you would have to literally like put something on, stick it right away. Like you don't have any time to play with a low temp. Hot temp or a high temp is going to work a lot better for pretty much everything you do. The glue sticks better too, because it's so hot. Okay, so there's that. This is, you got the shape so far. Okay, so what I do is I grab my keychain, I put it around this little tab right here, and I fold this tab in. So we want to make sure that, we kind of want to make sure it's tight so that way there's a little bit of extra room inside because you want it to be really stable. But don't make it too tight that you can't move it like this. Okay, so I hold it. This is going to be hard for you guys to see. So I hold it and I put a little tab of glue right there inside that flap. It's right there. And then that's glued on. And I put a little bit too much glue on there. There we go. Okay, and then you're gonna fold this little tab in and you're gonna glue this down. So just put a little bit there. Fold this in. Fold that down. Make sure your keychain stays out of place. I also have little tweezers that I like to pick hot glue out of if it gets anywhere it's not supposed to. And it helps get into those little cracks. Okay, so that part's done. Okay, so you should be able to open your pouch up completely. Okay, there should not, all of this should be clear of any kind of glue, right? It should not be stuck on the sides like this. All right, so this little piece that I cut, that's extra. So this is obviously gonna be pulled on a little bit more, and somebody said in the group that, you know, you could double this if you want to. What I do is I take this little tab and I like to try to reinforce this where the keychain holds onto. So I'm gonna reinforce this little guy right here, and to help reinforce this one too, because it's just such a small little area that's sewn or that's glued that I feel like it kind of helps make it more stable. So I just put a little bit of glue on there, and this doesn't have to be like, it's roughly like an inch long, right? Like it's super small, nothing crazy. So then I take it and I put it inside this corner. And I'll show you in just a second. So I just put it over top of where this little tab goes inside. So it's just a little tab, a little tiny little piece that's inside. I just feel like it stabilizes this corner piece and this a little bit better. All right, so then if you've never put in these clam clips, I think that's what they're called, I'll show you how to do that. So you grab one that is one of these ones. I don't really know the names of them for sure. So you put that through the hole, and then you're gonna grab the one, I think they call this one the female, and you're gonna put that in like that. Grab your pliers, sorry, wrong hand. Squeeze tight. And you're gonna put this one on the outside. And this one over top that. And squeeze tight. Oops. Didn't even just break it, did I? No. I heard a couple snaps. Oh, I did break it. So I broke this one. So now it's going to be fun getting it apart. But anyways, so I'm going to have to fix that. But this is what... I mean, you get the point. So there is your beautiful little card pocket, card purse, pouch, whatever you want to call it. So this die is available at Monkey Bears. She might have a pre-order for it right now, but I highly recommend it. I've sold a lot already, and they're super cute. They're great to like just on the go. You know, I don't want to take a purse. I'm just going to take this. You know, because you can put a little bit of money in there and a couple cards. Definitely. So, alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Have a good night.